Zilliqa is massively undervalued against the Satoshi pairs. As you can see from current prices, we have a massive 700% to make up before we get close to those all-time highs. So in this video, what we're going to do is check out some price analysis on the USDT and the BTC pairings of Zilliqa. We'll have a look at some key levels that you could target for an investment, and then some price targets for the future. So if you're interested in finding out more, please make sure you do smash that like button, that you are subscribed to my channel, and let's crack on. So if you are new to this channel, welcome to Operation Crypto. What we're going to start off with doing is just some general market sentiment, have a look at Bitcoin, we'll have a look at the Bitcoin dominance, and we'll jump into some key stats and some price analysis for Zilliqa. So Bitcoin, currently we have pushed up to 63,450 and created some new all-time highs. In my opinion, I'm looking at these two levels up here. We have some natural psychological resistance up at 70k, and then we have a Fibonacci extension at 75,707 Satoshis. In my opinion, I do believe that we're going to push up towards these levels before alts can really start to push on. What we're looking for is an Ethereum breakout. Ethereum has not broken out yet. We have just moved up with the Bitcoin price gradually, pretty much tied to the entire market. The entire market has followed Bitcoin up. That's creating new all-time highs. Alts are creating new all-time highs. So in my opinion, Ethereum has not broken out yet, and I'm honestly looking at 3,000 plus towards $3,500 within the next 4 to 6 weeks. Once that has broken out, that will initiate that part of the alt season phase where ETH breaks out, and then it should roll down into alts and then down into a low cap. So I do still think we've got quite a long way to go within this current bull cycle. If we just take a look at a BTC dominance chart, this was a key area I was monitoring, 62%. We lost that level, but we was glued to it for quite a while. I mean, we lost that level on the 3rd of February, and it took our way until the 26th of March to pretty much drop down to this next level of support for Bitcoin dominance. That was 57%. Instantly, we lost that level. But it looks to me like with that Bitcoin all-time high, we are trying to cling back onto that 57% level. So we may potentially trade within around this area for a few weeks. The next key area to target is 52% on the Bitcoin dominance. Once we drop down there, you will see that Ethereum is breaking out and decoupling from Bitcoin. So that is just some general market sentiment. My retirement zone down there, I think that at some stage, once Bitcoin dominance drops into this area, alts will be astronomical and closing in on them all-time highs on the BTC pairing. So the Satoshi pair should be sky high. If we just take a look, let's change that to dark mode. There we go. I always get people whinging about dark mode. I have to have it on light sometimes because I'm in like a cave in here. So let's have a look at Zilliqa. And we will do some key statistics ever first. Let's have a look at what's going on. So 2% up on today's trading. Yesterday was Monday bloodbath, so we did get a bit of hammering there, but it would have been a good opportunity for you to pick up some cheap Zilliqa. So ticket ZIL, if you look, the maximum supply is 21 billion, but the total supply is 14.4 billion. That is a maximum which will ever be emitted. So we do know that is a proof of stake coin. So eventually that might be reached at some stage. But with coin burning and transaction fee burning, that will reduce at some stage as well. So circulating supply is currently 11.1 billion. Coin price 20 cent, and that brings the market cap today to $2.5 billion. Volume $162 million worth of volume per 24 hours. That majority of it is on Binance, yeah. So Binance is getting the big stinter out against Tether, 22% of the market there. Binance US, Huobi's getting a fair old chunk, but we are on quite a few exchanges: KuCoin, Bittrex, Gate.io, OKX, WazirX. Personally, I would recommend Binance, and if you've not got any Zilliqa and you are not on Binance, follow my link. You'll get 10% off your trading fees. You will find that link in the pinned comment on the description. So that is Zilliqa. Some of the key stats. I'll just identify you with the all-time high if you wasn't aware, and that was 23.1 cent back in May 2018, which is a bit of a random time really, considering that all alts were dying. Zilliqa came out, showed the world what sharding was, and boom, it popped up. But I honestly believe that 23 cent will be smashed, and we will get multiple X's of that, potentially in this bull run, but definitely within the future. So jumping across to TradingView, let's have a look at, we'll have a look at Zilliqa USDT, and then we will have a look at the BTC pair, and we'll analyse both pairs. So let's just get rid of this current TA. I've got the all-time highs marked up already, 2.1 cent. So let's have a look what's going on. This is the daily time frame. We have had a bit of a rollover in price. I mean, we did hit the yearly highs at 22.7 cent, closing them at all-time high, and then we've had a bit of wobble and a shakeout, some profit taking going on there. If you're looking at the MACD, it's actually quite bearish on MACD, to be honest. We have had a bearish cross there. So we could get a couple of notches to the downside of histogram before we do start to tick up bullish. But we do know that things can change very quick in crypto. RSI mid-ground, so nothing to worry about there. Dropping into 4 hours, where we're going to do most of the TA. What are we up 3% currently? Not much of a move, to be honest. So what I want to do here from this move, this is pretty much the start of that next major move. I want to look at targeting some buying zones. So we'll put the Fibonacci on from the bottom of the move to the top, and this will give us some key levels on the way down for investment opportunities. If you look here, that could have been an opportunity, to be honest. I think the 50% retracement fib has been getting hit quite a lot. We did push up, and then we've retraced again, and looks like we're spiking up. In my opinion, if you're looking for some buys, you could still target this area at 50% retracement, so that's 18.7 cents. So that's one potential buy zone. But what I'm going to do is just drop right down into hourly. Let's have a look what's going on here. Yeah, I mean, you can't even monitor that move, really. We've did that 50% retracement. We've popped up. We've come back to test that area. So I think this area could be the area to target. If you're really wanting to get in, you could put a Fibonacci on this latest move, and you could target any of these levels around here. So you could target 19.8, 19.6 and 9.5. Maybe ladder some orders within around the area. But we are on a bit of a push at the minute. We need to see how this closes before we can really start to monitor the price. So that's some potential buy zones. Let's have a look at some potential targets. So we'll put that Fibonacci back on. I use 2 negative Fibonacci levels. So you just put the fib on as you normally would do for a retracement. And then you can look above. So I have the minus 0.27 and the minus 618. If you double click on the settings, you can add them there. So we'll just add a minus. And you do get them levels above. I find that you get quite a lot of confluence with these levels, and they do seem to hit quite often. So my first target is breaking through all-time highs, and then we can look at 24.9 and 27.8 cent. And then we've got a long way to push up after that. I think 30 cent is my first major target. I think once we do get up there, I'm going to do a further price prediction video and have a look at some key levels. But in my opinion, this is a multi-dollar asset. Just going back to CoinMarketCap, if we just go onto the front page, so we're currently ranked $2 billion. Even if we get up to $2 and we times that by the current circulation, which is 11, so you're talking $22 billion there. That would only just get us into the top 10 within around here. And I honestly think that this is a top 10 project. I think with the ecosystem they are building, which is constantly growing, I think this has easily got a times 10 in that, even more than that. So we need to keep his feet on the ground first and just monitor a price. But first major target, breaking through all-time highs. Then we can look at these fib extensions if you're looking to take profit and accumulate. Then 30 cent and then 40 cent, 50 cent. But I usually do an update on Zilliqa every week to 10 days. So I'll be definitely keeping you all updated. And then we will finish off with Zilliqa BTC. I know a lot of people do like to stack sats and only trade in BTC. There's not many YouTube channels out there that cover both pairings. So what I'm going to do is just cover the BTC pair too. If we just look at this is what I started the video off with. This is how undervalued we are from the all-time highs in Satoshi. So we've been up to 2,500 Satoshis in the past, and that was back in April to 2018, and then we've done a massive decline ever since. But 702%, in my opinion, I do think we will target those levels at some stage in the future, whether that's this cycle or future cycles. We will target it at some point. So let's zoom into a daily. Let's have a look what's going on here. As you can see, the MACD is looking very similar. It is quite bearish on the MACD. but the RSI is around mid-ground, so it's not much to worry about, to be honest. I think one spike to the upside and we could pretty much soon lose that level. So let's have a look at some potential buy zones. I've already got one marked up here, which has actually been wicked down into. That is a level of monthly support at 308 Satoshis. So if Bitcoin carries on going north and up towards, I don't know, 70k for example, you could still target this level. If we just put a Fibonacci on from the entire move, so that is the 382 level. If BTC does go on a run and we lose this level of support, you may potentially get some orders filled at 255 or this weekly support at 236. So just monitor the price. Let's say if BTC does go on a run, unfortunately the Satoshi pairs will get wrecked. But that is the current buy zone. I would still target buys at 308 sats and then ladder some further down, all the way down to weekly support at 239. And you might get lucky and you might pick up some cheap ZIL. First major target though is to break through 374 sats. I think once we do break above there and close some daily candles, we can really start to push on and then look at this next level of resistance, which is an extension of the 618 level at 540 Satoshi. So there are some levels. You could even use these Fibonacci levels at 547 and 395 to take some profit in your Satoshi pair. So that is both pairs covered as of Zilliqa, the USDT and the BTC pairing. That will do it for today's video. If you do have any questions with regards to anything I've covered there, then jump into my Telegram group, which is a Crypto Troops. You'll find that link in the pinned comment and the description. If you're not already, then please make sure you do subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, and I'll catch you next time.